May we get a roll call, please?
Jeff Swike,
Here.
Pete Gipp here, William Byers,
Here.
Jim Fortier, Chairman.
Here.
4 present, 1 absent.
Thank you. I just want to check with Sheila. We're okay to go without our attorney?
I didn't know, nobody told me that they weren't coming. They having a meeting over here. Let me check and see if Joe is in there. Hold on one second.
That's why I wait a few minutes.
Feel like subletting yourself this evening?
You work both sides.
You get $14 an hour like the rest of us.
Mr. Anderson here.
We have time-passing music from our gentleman in the back with the Christmas sweater on. We're all here. We've done our roll call, and we have minutes from our November meeting.
I'm making a motion to approve the minutes for a meeting.
I second the motion.
Have a first and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None? As written. Do we have any communications?
No communications, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. All right, then. I will call the case by case number and name of petitioner. I would ask that you come forward, state your name and address for public record, at which time you will be given an opportunity to present your case accompanied by any professionals that you may have. After that, we will have a staff report pertaining to each case presented this evening. We will then have a question and answer period by the board members. We will then open the floor for comments, not questions, from the audience. If you are desirous of speaking for or against any case, we ask that you please sign in at the registry at the center aisle. Public comments will be limited to 3 minutes. The board will then render a decision either for or against, ask for a deferral for more information or other reasons which we will state, or the board will make no recommendation to the town council. At this time, would you please silence any communication devices that you have? We have no old business, so we will move to case number Z32V6-1225, Savannah Ridge LLC, O'Donnell Homes of Crown Point, petitioner and owner, located at 7621 Pierce Place through 7705 Pierce Place. Variance from developmental standards from section 21-137 to reduce the front yard setback from 30 to 20 feet in an R2 residential zoning district on 2.05 acres to allow construction of saleable single-family resident and provide uniformity on the east side of the street.
Richard Anderson, 9211 Broadway, Merrillville, Indiana. The owners and petitioners are both Savannah Ridge LLC, which was the developer, and O'Donnell Homes, which is the one who's building most of the homes in the subdivision. Savannah Ridge subdivision is a subdivision that is north of 30, south of 73rd, and basically this was a subdivision that started in the 70s, and this is now Unit 8, which was approved probably 3 years ago, and it finishes out Savannah Ridge. This is the end of Savannah Ridge. They're all R2 lots. We're talking about a developmental variance on lots 39 to 45 to reduce the front yard setback from 30 feet to 20 feet on Pierce Place. When you visit the house, you'll see that there's, if you've been out there, you'll see that quite a few homes have already been built. Most of the lots in this area are still in the process of being built. The sales price of the homes being built in this area are between about $450,000 and $600,000. So the subdivision drawing shows Pierce Place was sort of moved over in order to accommodate. And the whole reason for this variance is that there's wetlands to the east, which back up against the subdivision to the east, which is off of Madison Street. And so when you look at the drawing that you have, you'll see a line on the subdivision drawing, which is the red line here, and I can pass this around if it's easier. But that's the line of the wetland. So the purpose of this is those 4 lots would either get smaller homes, and now that we have a builder in there that's building $450,000 to $600,000 homes, the footprint of the houses that he's trying to build without having walkouts and decks of some type of backyard will not be able to be built. So it would be a smaller home. So basically what we're trying to do is make uniformity on this side of Pierce Place by just moving, instead of having some of the houses forward, which is the 4 lots that are in the wetland area, we would move 2 lots on the, that would be the east, and then 1 lot on the west to pick up so that you just have a straight line of houses. So we're basically requesting that the front yard go from 30 feet to 20 feet on lots 39 to 45, which will, like I say, will then permit bigger houses to be built, and which is kind of complementary with what's already in there.
All right, thank you. Sheila, staff report, please.
The petitioner is requesting a variance of developmental standard to reduce the required front yard setback from 30 feet to 20 feet within the R2 residential zoning district for the following properties: Lot 39, 7621 Pierce Place, Lot 40, 7655 Pierce Place, Lot 41, 7649 Pierce Place, Lot 42, 7663 Pierce Place, Lot 43, 7677 Pierce Place, Lot 44, 7691 Pierce Place, and Lot 45, 7705 Pierce Place. The petitioner states that this variance is necessary to allow construction of sellable single-family residential on lots 41 through 44 to ensure uniformity of front setbacks along the east side of Pierce Place. The requested setback reduction will allow the remaining lots to match the established pattern, which the petitioner asserts enhance the aesthetic characteristic of the neighborhood.
Thank you. I will bring it to the board for questions.
Are there city sidewalk plans in your area?
Yes. Sidewalks are required in all subdivisions in Merrillville. So they'll still be, there'll be in front of the houses.
Okay. 20 feet doesn't leave a lot for landscaping.
No,
So, I mean, does that make a difference with the driveways and the landscaping in front of the homes?
the driveway won't have any impact because it's going the other way, but and the landscaping in front of the house will still fit. It won't be as much of a front yard, but what you're doing is you're
Right.
giving up a little front yard so you have a little backyard.
Right, right.
And still build, I didn't point these out, but this is kind of representative of the houses. And the main ones that have trouble fitting on these lots are the ranch houses. Because ranch houses are all on one floor, so they always have a bigger footprint than the two-story and the other ones.
Okay.
Will the driveways accommodate 4 vehicles since we're on cul-de-sacs?
It'll accommodate probably 2 cars.
2 cars, that's about it, right?
Yeah, but the 30 feet won't accommodate 4 either, because the car is 20.
It's true, they'd be in the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what I find when I ride my bicycle most often.
Where are the wetlands located? You said on the eastern side?
Yeah. It's the red line right there. Yes. Yeah, they can't go in those anyway, so it basically gives them a little space by moving the house forward.
I like the price range.
Yeah. good. Yeah.
Any other questions from the board? Seeing none, I'll open it to the audience. Anyone like to speak for or against this petitioner? Anyone like to speak for or against the petitioner?
Hey, I'm gonna ask a question.
Can you
First,
step
Please
to the
come up to the
microphone?
mic and state your name and address, please.
yes, my name is Robert Freeman, and I live at 1271 West 76th Avenue, across the street from where he wants to do all of this. But when they first started marking off their land, we came up here, over here, tried to see could we buy the lot where right out our back door. And they said that whoever owned the land lived in Valparaiso or something like that, and they don't know how to get in contact with him or whatever. But they should have gave us a chance to buy the lot right in the back of us. I've been mowing that yard for the last 20 years. And now they come and mark it off, and bam, okay, we're gonna sell it. They should have gave the people that live there a chance to buy that lot. At least 20 feet, because my shed is on that lot. I'm gonna have to move it.
Unfortunately, that's the way real estate works.
Yeah. All right.
You can lose your property if there's a tax line on it that you weren't aware of. Real estate is a very interesting business and a very difficult business to be in, so.
Yeah, but they should have gave us, all right,
And
no problem.
whenever there's a land that needs to be mowed that doesn't belong to you, always call us, and we'll find the owner and have the owner mow it.
They said they should know where the owner was.
They should have been done that, then that's been
What?
there over 20-some years.
Well,
They should have known that whoever owned the property should have known that they were supposed to mow a yard. I mean, if they in real estate like
All the
you
way
said,
down.
and they know all of this, they should have known that.
Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to speak? Please come up to the mic.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Courtney, and I'm a owner of one of these homes. My address is 1197 West 77th Place in Merrillville, Indiana. My plot number is 46. I wanted to know, how does this affect homeowners that's already built?
I didn't hear the question.
How would this petition affect homeowners that already have their homes built?
What effect does it have on the homeowners neighbors that's there already.
You'd have new neighbors with 400,000 or houses?
Well, as far as the setback, would that mean I will lose part of my front yard? Because how my plot is I have a smaller front yard, but a really big backyard. But how does that work with somebody who's already there and already began to occupy the property?
It won't affect your property lines at all.
Okay,
That's your property. Where it's staked out is yours. If you've encroached on one of their properties, then they're
Then
going
that'd
to
be
take that
different.
property back from you.
absolutely. Okay, well, that's what I wanted to know.
Stops at 45.
You know what, I got the certified letter in the mail, so I wanted to be here just in case it did affect me.
Okay,
So I just wanted to, but it's still good information to know, and thank you so much for answering my question.
very good. Thank you. Anyone else in the audience would like to speak for or against this petitioner? And the last time, anyone like to speak for or against the petitioner? Seeing none, I'll bring it back to the board for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move for approval of Z 32V6-1225, variance from development standards. This goes to town council, right?
No.
No?
No, this is,
Okay.
stops here.
I'll second.
We have a first and a second. May we get a vote, please?
Jeff Swike,
Yes.
Pete Gibb, yes. William Byers,
Yes.
Tim Fortier,
Yes.
approved 4, absent 1.
All right. Thank you very much.
Great job.
Our next case is Z 33E19-1225. Khalid El Shaka, petitioner and Senton LLC owner, located at 1140 West Lincoln Highway. Special exemption approval from section 21-136 in a C3 highway commercial zoning district on 3.85 acres to allow a tire service center.
He's not here. He's not here.
All right, we do not have the petitioner here. So does it get deferred or, okay,
Yes.
to the next meeting in January?
It is at your discretion.
Oh,
Oh, okay. It's at your discretion.
okay.
Well,
Should we,
Can we move it to the last in case they show up? And then
we can hold off, and that's a good idea. Hold off and move to the next case and then go back to it and decide at that point. Very good, thank you.
Sheila, did you hear anything from the petitioner?
No, I had a meeting with him yesterday regarding the property, and I told him I'll see you tomorrow. So, I don't know, maybe something happened.
So he's still actively in contact with you?
Yes,
Okay. Our next case then would be Z 34UV81225, Costco Wholesale Corporation and Merrillville Development LLC, Latitude Commercial Owner. Variance from use of approval from section 21-172, section 3Y to allow an off-street parking lot in a planned unit development C3 highway commercial zoning district on 2.0 acres to allow an off-street parking lot for Costco employees. Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Larry Jurczyk, and I'll spell my last name for the record. It's D as in David, Z as in zebra, I-U-R-D-Z-I-K, and my address is at 1955 Raymond Drive in Northbrook, Illinois. And I am the petitioner for Costco Wholesale tonight. We are asking for a variance to allow a parking lot to be constructed on a parcel without a primary use. In this B3 zoning district, parking lots are accessory uses to a primary use. In this case, we're asking for a variance from the board tonight to allow us to construct a parking lot as a primary use. I prepared a presentation. Oh, it's not up on the screen. 1 second. Let's see if we can. There we go. All right. So I am a consultant for Costco Real Estate. Our engineer is based out of Ohio, and we use a national traffic consultant, Adam Bergdorf from Kittleson Associates. They handle all of Costco's national traffic throughout the country, actually throughout North America. So a little bit about the subject property, where Costco is today. I think most of you know where 79th Avenue is. Costco's at the northwest corner there, a little over 15.8 acres. Our subject property that we're going to be discussing tonight is a 2-acre piece, approximately 2 acre, just southeast of the parcel, and it consists of 2 lots today. There's a lot 1 and a lot 2, approximately 2 acres. It's zoned in the C3 Highway Commercial District PUD. We will be combining those 2 lots. You have Culver's to the east, you have Ollie's to the west, you have CarMax to the south, and of course Bob's Furniture and Lowe's to the north, and IHOP directly north of us, and further to the east you have some mixed retail. I can't recall exactly, there's 3 or 4 stores in there. So this is what we're requesting. I don't need to repeat this slide. I'll just go through. So here's a couple bullet points we put together regarding Costco and parking. Parking is a really important part of Costco's business. Without adequate parking and at the correct size, we don't have a business. Parking and Costco go hand in hand. What we sell and how our members get to the warehouse and where they park and how they transition throughout the drive aisles and the lanes and how they park, safety, all those things are really important for Costco. And not only on our property, but off our property. So we're also looking at ways, when we look at parking expansions and ways to improve our parking, we're also looking at how does that affect our neighbors and our adjacent properties. And in this case, how does it affect, for example, 79th Avenue? This is an aerial photograph with the proposed site plan at the southeast corner there. It is 152 parks. In this plan, you could see how we would like to get our employees, and keep in mind this is strictly an employee parking lot. And we would ask our employees to walk down a crosswalk to the west and cross at 79th into our main parking lot. But before I get into all these details, let's talk a little bit about the history of the Costco store. The Costco store is almost 23 years old. The parking that was assigned to the store at that time was 750 to 755 parking spaces. All new Costcos that we are building today, minimum 900 to 1,000 parking spaces. On the West Coast, it's actually over 1,000 parking spaces. So looking at those Costco parking standards, we are underparked. But we wanted to prove that we were underparked, so we did conduct a parking study on this lot. And what we found was that during peak hours, during certain times of the day and during the week, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we actually achieved 70 to 75% utilization. And so when I talk about utilization, that's the retail term to examine how full your parking lot is. On weekends, we're approaching 85%. When you approach 85%, our members are starting to drive around looking for parking spaces. It becomes a lengthy process. That's when accidents can happen. We've noticed on the weekends that cars are parked behind the store illegally. Well, illegally, they're just parked parallel along our drive lanes. It's hard for our delivery trucks to get through. And we're reaching that 85%, not only on weekends, but during the seasonal months and during our holidays as well. And so our holidays, our biggest holidays, of course, start before Thanksgiving, and they go all the way to January. So January 2nd. That's when we hire actually some additional seasonal employees. And at this store, the warehouse manager plans to hire 30 to 40 additional employees on top of the 200 employees that are working there during the weekend. So we have anywhere between 100 to 150 employees on a typical day that work in the warehouse. On the weekends, we have plus 200. During the holidays, we have 200 plus, 230. So one way to alleviate any sort of congestion, the time it takes our members to park there, is to look at other areas to park. And so we are under contract to purchase these 2 acres at the southeast corner. Keep in mind, we did look at other areas. We've talked to Bob's Furniture, we've talked to IHOP, we've talked to Lowe's, Ollie's, and we didn't get any favorable responses. So this parking is warranted today. If we could build this parking lot tomorrow, we would. So that gives you a little bit of history of the parking and what we're after here. Let me go to the next slide. So as I mentioned, we have 755 parks today. Our proposed parking lot is 152. Combined, we're at 907, and that's exactly where we would like to be, 907. Just the other day, I was testifying in Southfield, Michigan, and our plan is at 900 for a brand-new warehouse. So this is what we're looking for at the Midwest, anywhere from 900 to 950. And this would alleviate some traffic congestion that if you are members, you possibly have seen on the weekends. Talking with the warehouse manager about this location and about how is she going to utilize this. This was going to be utilized by our daytime employees that arrive between 7 and 9 in the morning, between 60 and 100 employees that will trickle in during increments. Not everybody shows up and punches in at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. They actually come in groupings between 15-minute periods. So these employees will be here throughout the day. So they'll be actually arriving before the warehouse opens, and they'll be leaving anytime between 5 and 7 o'clock in the afternoon. So currently, our employees are parked at the southeast corner, and that area still will be utilized by our early morning employees that arrive anywhere between 3:30 and 4:30 in the morning, and they leave around noon throughout the day. And on the weekends, there's another shift that starts at, let's see, we got 4:15, 8. I stand corrected. Only 2 shifts. Only 2 shifts. So we got the daytime shifts, and then we got the early morning shifts. There may be other shifts during the seasonal period, but right now our employees park at the southeast corner. So this really frees up anywhere between 60 and 100 parking spaces on a daily basis that will allow our members to find adequate, safe, and convenient parking. I've been to the store many times on a weekend, on a Saturday and a Sunday, and between the gas movements and the movements on the north side of the Costco building, which was quite surprising. Quite a few people park on the north side of the warehouse, and there's no parking spaces. So they just basically find their own parking space. We want to eliminate that because we do have deliveries. We have anywhere between 10 to 15 deliveries a day of trucks that move around there. So that just creates the unsafe condition. So let's get into a little more detail about the crosswalks. So we've located the crosswalks further west of the driveway intersection. So you have a driveway intersection to Lowe's, you have a driveway entrance to IHOP, so, and then you also have a driveway entrance Louisiana, which is just west of our lot, that brings you down to CarMax. So the crosswalk is moved to the west to avoid any sort of those congestion and turning movements. We counted over a period of 7 days, we counted over 51,000 cars. We wanted to know how fast the cars are traveling on 79th. 85% of those cars were going 31 miles an hour or under. 58 cars were going 45 miles an hour or over. So out of 51,000 cars that we counted in a 7-day period, 58 cars were 45 miles per hour or over. So what we did, one of the first things we noticed that there's no speed limit on the road. We are proposing a speed limit, and we're also proposing a couple landscape planters in the center median. And these are for several purposes, but one is to slow down traffic. We're minimizing the drive lanes. 2, we're actually restriping the center lanes. All the striping has been worn off, so we're going to reestablish that center turn lane, which will help, and it will define the drive lanes, thereby reducing some of the speeds that we are seeing here. But 31 miles an hour is about average. We have no concern at all. So our employees will move through the crosswalks and they'll cross, and we are proposing a hawk system that was recommended by the town. You have several, I believe, in your town. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. So it's almost it's a pedestrian sign on steroids. I mean, it's almost a signal that will allow our employees. In fact, this is a great picture because you could see the center median. We will be constructing something very similar. So Costco is all about safety, not only for our employees but for our members, and we believe this is the safest way to cross the street using a hawk system. We really like that idea instead of just your typical pedestrian crossing. So that will definitely stop traffic throughout the day. Our landscaping plan, Costco does not hold back on landscaping. We've provided canopy trees. This will probably be one of the nicest parking lots in the area. Plantings on every island. We took a look at site distances. I know in your code you have certain distance site triangles so you can see around for the turns on 79th and Louisiana. We have 2 entrances, by the way, one on the north and one on the west. Plantings, all the islands will be irrigated, and then we will have to work out an arrangement with the town on how we're going to maintain the planters in the center of 79th. Thank you. That concludes my presentation. Be happy to answer any questions.
Sheila, staff report, please.
Petitioner is requesting a variance of use approval from section 21-172(3)Y to allow off-street parking lot for Costco employees in a planned unit development C3 Highway Commercial Zoning District on 2 acres. Upon receiving approval of the variance of use request, Costco will subsequently purchase the property located at 1420 East and 1500 East 79th Avenue and construct a new parking facility for employees. Costco will remove the existing building from the site, combine the 2 parcels, and construct a parking lot with landscaping, crosswalk, pedestrian signage, and lighting. Costco of Merrillville has experienced consistent and regular growth in membership and sales over the past several years, and this trend is expected to continue. Costco has determined that members' shopping durations are increasing, resulting in less parking turnover. Parking demand is seasonal and is especially high on weekends, reaching approximately 85% capacity. Parking expansion on-site is not possible because the Costco property is landlocked. The installation of a new parking lot will alleviate the current congestion Costco is experiencing. Therefore, approval of this variance of use is necessary to meet the existing parking demand. And this is for this petitioner only, at this location only, and for this use only.
Thank you.
Also, Mr. President and members of the Board of Zoning Appeals, we have met with Larry several times regarding this, and he is going to work with the development team in order to make sure that what's happening on 79th Avenue is safe. We met with Steve, Matt, myself, Councilman Petty, Councilman Bella regarding this. So I just wanted you all to know that we have met with them. We tried to get other, for the safety factor, we tried to get other people involved, like the other neighbors, but according to Larry, he said that they didn't respond, so they're coming before us, but I just want you to know that we're gonna work with our development team as far as all the amenities, crosswalks, the planners and things is concerned.
Thank you. That was actually going to be my first question, how, who's going to be responsible for the improvements on,
So, yes, we
79th?
we had a meeting, like I said, we'll work with Larry and his team and our development team to figure out who's going to be responsible for the crosswalk.
because that area, that street, that roadway will still be the responsibility of the town of
Of the
Merrillville
town,
for
owns 79.
plowing and
For
maintenance.
plowing and maintenance and,
And with the traffic light, Fox system, why?
Hawk.
Hawk system.
Right.
It was some animal. Is that going to be turned over to the town for maintenance?
all of that is going to be in discussion, with, Larry and his team, simply because, it's a delicate situation, because that is our street, but we do have to, maintain safety. So, like I said, I just wanted you all to know that we're in discussion of it, and, we'll work out the development team, Robinson Engineering, myself, Matt Lake, Steve King, we will work out the details.
So basically, the
approved.
board's responsibility is to look at the vacant or abandoned properties that are there now and decide whether it would make a good parking lot or not,
Right.
not the rest of it. You'll handle the rest of it.
We'll handle the rest.
Thank you. That, I'll bring it back to the board then, I'm sorry for any questions.
What's the yearly membership in Costco right now?
Let's see, I just renewed my executive, I think it's 143.
Do you have specials for teachers or other people that work?
I think we do for military,
Okay.
yes. I don't know about teachers, though, but I could find out. Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I've heard they have discounts. I don't know if it's your competitor or somebody has discounts for teachers in the beginning of the year in August.
I don't know about teachers, I do know about military, active and retired. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good question, though.
Nice presentation.
Thank you, thank you.
Is this parking lot only going to be used for employees?
Yes,
Do they
it
have
is.
a card to get in, or?
No, there will be no gate or anything. Costco does not believe in key cards. I mean, we could, if
In
that
other
was
words,
an issue.
I can
but-
park there too if I want to.
Well, there's going to be a sign there that says employees only, but we're not going to tow you. Costco does not do any towing. So, I mean, if you're a member and you would like to park there, you could. But it's strictly for employees. I mean, it'll be signed. We're not going to actually tow your car and say you can't park there.
And that crosswalk, when is the heaviest traffic across there? You know, you said most of the people park in the morning and leave, and
Right. So the heaviest, when the employees will be walking?
yeah,
Probably between 7 and 8:30.
and then they got to return.
Yes, yeah, later in the day, like anywhere between 5:30 and 7, yeah.
But there's always a lot of traffic on that street.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
You can go over the street.
Yeah, we looked,
No. That won't happen.
right. Well, one thing I forgot to mention is that the warehouse manager has discussed with me about a shuttle bus. And so we're going to have a shuttle bus as well, something very important to realize. There was a lot of discussion internally with Costco about inclement weather, below zero, things like that. Are we going to have our employees park here? Probably not. They will be parking closer to the store. And the warehouse manager explained it to me. When it's that cold, or there's blizzard, or it's horrible rains, our members aren't showing up, so there's actually additional parking closer to the store. So, you know, I'm averaging between 60 and 100, employees may park here on a good day, on a really nice day, but we will have a shuttle bus too. Now, keep in mind, any employees that have disabilities or walking, they will not be parking here. So it's just able-bodied employees, and the warehouse manager told me she walks 10,000 steps a day, which is almost, almost 5 miles a day. She says, Costco employees, we have a large warehouse. We're all used to walking. We have no issue walking from here to the front of the store.
You answered several of my questions before I had a chance to ask about the shuttle bus
Yes.
and the handicap parking. Question you didn't answer.
Right, there will be no handicap parking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Overnight parking. You won't be storing any Costco vehicles or any overnight parking there?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, no.
It will meet all the lighting requirements by the town of Merrillville?
It will, absolutely. Costco keeps their parking lots and their properties probably some of the cleanest retail sites I've seen compared to some of our competitors.
No
And our-
question that.
Yeah. Warehouse managers are very, very particular about keeping their parking lots clean.
And you retain your employees? I've
We
been
do.
going there probably since it opened, and you've got employees that have been there, like Kat, who's been there since it's been open. You probably don't know the employees.
I don't, but
I
I
know them by name.
but I know
Unfortunately.
historically, employees have been, from day one, almost 23 some years ago, they've still been
Right.
at the same store.
Right.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I assume that Costco looked at the property to the north,
Yes.
and
You-
it's owned by somebody else, or it's not buildable.
Are we talking about the property directly north of the warehouse? Yeah,
What?
yeah. We had our wetland consultant.
And he asked if you could build up wetlands.
It's hard to build on wetlands.
It's a jurisdictional wetland, very difficult. We looked at the soils, we looked at what needed to happen. That was a non-starter. That was just a non-starter. The council president had asked us to look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go there.
Matt told him to look at it too, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've gone there quite a bit, probably more than I should. And the traffic that goes in for the gas and goes into the main parking lot, comes out of the main parking lot. It's road. I mean, traffic is backed up there.
Yes.
So, I mean, any thoughts of lights or stop
Well,
signs?
the hawk sign, the hawk light.
Well, maybe stops both ways or something.
Are we talking about the entrance to the gas? Yeah, I was there for about 2 hours today looking at it, and from 5:30 or from 4:30 to 5:30 I saw. We are going to look at it. We're actually taking a look at that gas. It's not part of this project, but it's a separate independent project, and that we're taking a careful look at stop signs, better markings on the pavement, striping, things like that. Something needs to happen there. I would agree. I saw it today.
It's a shame that there's not another entrance other than that street.
I know. Yeah,
Just too much for that one property there.
yeah. Some of our newer properties, we have a minimum of 3 entrances at different locations that evenly distribute the traffic. I was in Southfield, Michigan last night, and we actually had 6 entrances. Very unusual, but it does help dividing the traffic up, and gas is over here, and you have 3 entrances to gas, you have 3 to the warehouse. Here, we're landlocked. Here, yeah, it's tight. But we don't want to move. You know, and Costco, you know, that's only happened a couple times, but, you know, when we outgrow the site, you know, we have to start looking at different locations. And we want to stay here. We want to stay here.
Well, I'd be happy to see those lots cleaned up and,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just drove by it. Every time I drive by it,
yeah.
you got the fuel tanks, and you got the old house in the warehouse, the pool equipment all over, and the spoil. We've done some soil tests there now, and the soil doesn't look too bad. There's some underground tanks we're going to have to take out, but Costco cleans up the sites. We're going to do a good job.
Any other questions from the board? Seeing none, I'll open it to the audience. Anyone like to speak for or against? Anyone like to speak for or against? Anyone like to speak for or against? Seeing none, I'll bring it back to the board for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion for Z34U V81225, variance of use approval.
Second the motion.
We have a first and a second. Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Jeff Zweig,
Yes.
Pete Gipp, yes. William Byers?
Yes.
Tim Fortier, yes.
Yes.
You approve 4-0.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good presentation.
Thank you.
I
Okay.
tend to go to Costco rather than Sam's.
I like to hear that.
Yeah, I got.
We'll go back to case number Z33E19-1225, Khalid El Shaka, petitioner, located at 1140 West Lincoln Highway, special exemption approval from section 21-136 in a C3 highway commercial zoning district on 3.85 acres to allow a tire service.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we did put you off. Glad you made it this evening.
For some reason, I thought the hearing was tomorrow, Thursday. I was going to do it for Thursday.
What would you like to do with your variance here?
We operate tire shops and with alignment machines. Just anything to do with the wheel, just like tire shop.
Just for the record, sir, can you state your name and?
Khalid Al-Sheikh.
Thank you. I came a little close.
Yeah, you did good. You
Sheila,
pronounced
can we
it
get a
good.
staff report, please?
The petitioner is requesting special exception approval to operate a tire service facility in the C3 Highway Commercial Zoning District on 3.85 acres property. The petitioner proposed to operate Tire Masters, which will provide tire repair, balancing, and alignment services. The business will begin with a minimum of 10 employees. Hours of operation will be 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. The petitioner affirms that the business will comply with all applicable laws and ordinances of the town of Merrillville. Planned site improvement includes upgrading parking lot and enhanced landscaping. The petitioner currently owns and operates a tire shop in the city of Hammond, Indiana. Used tires will be moved from the facility by K&S Tire Removal, located at 303 State Street, Chicago, Illinois. And this is for this petitioner only, at this location only, and for this use only.
Thank you. I will bring it to the board for questions.
I'm not familiar with the site. Where's this kind of located on 30?
Do you know where the Albany store is on Route 30 West?
Yeah.
Next to Enterprise. Next door to Enterprise. Enterprise car rental.
Enterprise car rental and
Yeah.
inside.
Enterprise, that's the one that they're next to.
Yes,
Enterprise.
okay.
that's right next door to it, yeah.
There was
Then you have vacant land
Well,
on
David
the
or
west side.
something out that way.
Dave Lasser's Insight, Commercial Insight is also there too.
Okay.
So it's right there.
It's across from all the car dealerships, basically.
Are you gonna service just tires, or are you gonna do brake jobs or any other thing?
No, just tires and balancing and like wheel alignment. Right now, I mean, like, in the future, if we decide to add brakes, we'll come to you and, ask for, if we need a permit or. But right now, we don't do any brake jobs. We have 5 locations, 1 in Hammond and 4 in Chicago, so.
You state in your petition here that you plan on doing site improvement, including upgrades to the parking lot and enhanced landscaping.
Yeah, we have to. We have to do the parking lot. The parking lot needs some repairs. So we have to be presentable, for our business, for our sake. And I'm going to own the property, so I have to make sure that it's in good maintenance. I own multiple properties. So I'm a civil engineer by trade. I used to be a senior designer for the deep tunnel project, so this is my forte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it, from what I hear, is in great need of repairs on the parking?
Yes,
The parking lot needs, needs some work,
and there's a little issue of the fence on the side.
The fence too, I mentioned that to you, right?
Yes.
So like she didn't.
I
she
just
didn't-
want to make sure it's on the record.
She didn't mention it,
That's-
I mentioned it to her, so like, all these little repairs I have to do.
Okay.
I want to make sure that the business is, is presentable, the building is presentable, it looks good.
We'll make sure too.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm a civil engineer. I used to work for the city of Chicago as a senior designer, so I did bridges, highways, tunnels, so buildings, so like, I'm a civil engineer, like I told Sheila, so, I can do all that, Yeah. You'll be happy. We never had a ticket for our businesses. I own furniture stores too, so, we never had a ticket. We always took care of our properties.
The used tires you store outside, or how often do they pick those up?
They pick it up every 3-4 days. It depends on the volume of business, but they bring us a small, like trailer, and, we take it inside or outside, and it's closed in, and, we stack up the tires in it, and they come and pick it up. We have a company that charges us, less than others because we have high volume, so. But you won't see any tires on the ground or, any residue, of tires, We will be environmentally safe too.
You're going to take them to a hazardous waste?
They take them, it's a specialized company, they take them, yeah. They specialize in that. That's what they do, yeah.
What will the name of this business be?
My business,
The name of the business?
Tire Master.
Tire Master, basically.
Oh, I see it now. Operate Tire Master.
Tire
Got
Master,
it.
yes.
It's in italics and everything. so. All right, any other questions from the board? All set? Seeing none, I'll open it to the audience who is not here.
Yeah.
Anyone like to speak for or against? Anyone like to speak for or against? Anyone like to speak for or against? Seeing none, I will bring it back to the board for a motion.
Make a motion to approve case number Z33E19-1225 for this use, for this location, for this purpose only.
I'll second that.
We have a first and a second for approval. May we get a vote, please?
And I'd like to make sure that the site improvements get done, like the parking lot and
Okay.
whatever else. Jeff Swike,
Yes.
Pete Gipp, yes. William Byers?
Yes.
Tim Fortier,
Yes.
4-0, Chairman.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So a variance of use goes to the town council, so I'll let you know when it comes for the town council.
All right.
Okay? I don't set that agenda, so I'll have to check with them.
Okay,
Okay?
all right.
I'm glad you made it.
Oh, thank you. I was thinking it was tomorrow, so.
Can we get a motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourned.